What's up, everybody? Right now I am going to be live streaming the Dodgers game. So if you can't get to a TV, think about it like radio. And what does that mean? It means I'm going to be doing a play-by-play and probably gonna have to work at my beginnings, because when people click on my videos they hear the beginning. So if you're new here, I didn't get off to a good start. If you have an open mind, and I'm just going to be doing yeah, the date's right. That's a good one. Gotta remember the date. The girlfriend definitely knows what she's doing. It's 3-2, bottom of the fifth. Dodgers are up by 1, but the Mets have one person on right now. So Dodgers are winning, and the Mets are 31-43. So we should be winning these games. And number 9 for the Mets is at first base right now. And batting is Cabrera. Adds Rubel. Cabrera. And they keep on showing Yasiel Puig out in right field. I don't know why. He must have done something. Here's the pitch. Crazy curve. Oh, it's Rich Hill. Rich Hill's pitching. And of course, oh, and we got Eric Godell in the bullpen right now. And I think I realized that the reason I only ever see the bullpen pitching is because I do tend to do these streams later in the game. I don't start at the beginning. So that, oh, that's jacked. Please not be a home run. Please don't be a home run. Please don't be a home run. Damn it, that was a home run. The Mets just hit a home run. Rich Hill just left a hanging curveball over the plate like you could never imagine. It hit the Mets apple. And the New York Mets. I mean, what the hell? Who are these people? I mean, why do they even have 2 teams in New York? That just seems ridiculous. And Cabrera just jacked Rich Hill so hard. And it was like a flying one. It wasn't a line drive. It was a high one that just kept going. And nobody's here yet. It's 4-3. And yep, honestly, the first person on the planet that knew that was going to be a home run was Rich Hill. And he just saw that thing just floating. He's still in there. Oh, another curveball, but a swing and a miss for a strike. Yep, and Rich Hill is pissed. And I've just never been impressed with him. Oh, and now these Mets batters, their eyes are lighting up. Man, just like that. I came in at the wrong time. Now the Dodgers are down. Anyway, thanks for coming, everybody. If you're new here, have an open mind. Leave a comment. Tell me you're here. And if it's your first time, thanks for coming. And I'm going to get into the flow of doing the play-by-play here in a second. But that was just bullshit. That was just Rich Hill. And that's what happens with him, is he just leaves a hanging one all the time. And anybody can hit a home run off him. Like, it's not, they don't even have to be the big hitters. Here's the pitch. Huge swing and a miss, strike 3. And Flores for the Mets goes down. There's now 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. And just like that, that was a 2-run home run. And the Dodgers are down by 1. Here's Jose Bautista batting .217, 4 home runs, 16 RBIs. This guy sucks. So this shouldn't be a problem. And, you know what? I'll talk with you guys. We'll talk about other stuff during commercials. Here's the pitch. Inside strike 1. And that was actually a very good pitch on the inside corner from Rich Hill. He's a lefty, and I don't know if you know about Rich Hill if you're a Dodgers fan, but he's just kind of he's the guy that drives a minivan. He's like a family man. He's the type of guy that would drive a minivan, and he gets the job done. You know, gets the kids to school on time every day. But every once in a while, he just gets pulled over. I don't know. That's hit very hard right down the line, and it's about time we get Hill out of there. And he's getting blown up here in the bottom of the 2nd, or bottom of the 5th. And he's going to run into 2nd. So that's a stand-up double. Now, it looks like a beautiful day in New York, actually. And this game started at 10 o'clock in the morning, which seems a little bit ridiculous. Who gets up that early? And Moonsey is playing 3rd. It just didn't have the hand-eye coordination to be able to put a glove on that one. Like, Turner would have gotten that one. Poor man's Turner burned us. And here's Dominic Smith. He's 0 for 1. Batting .273, 1 home run, 1 RBI. Here's the pitch. in the dirt, and Austin Barnes is behind the plate and gets in front of that one. And yeah, they keep on showing the replay of Muncy. And he just, you know what, he's got a bit of a beer belly. And honestly, if he was a bit faster, he probably could have got that one. You know, why Turner's not playing third base every single day like he did last year when we were winning, I will never know. Ask Genius Dave Roberts that. Anyway, here's a pop-up. And that's out. Matt Kemp makes the out in left field. And that is 3 outs. And we are going to the 6th inning. And the Dodgers are down by 1. So, anybody here, I doubt it. And I'm getting low video output. So I might be lagging right now. And that is probably the case because I didn't take my phone or anything off of Wi-Fi. Yeah, but I don't think, honestly, you don't have to do it. I'll do it, but I don't think it makes a difference. We'll see. Okay, I'll turn it off. Because my internet is just, it's not good. But it's perfect for everything other than streaming and watching the game. I need to start watching this on TV. Yeah, I'm using a lot of internet. I don't know if a booster is going to help. But watching TV would be the best possible thing I can do. So anyway, thanks for, if you're still here and it's lagging up, it usually goes away after some time. Thanks for coming. We're on a commercial break. Dodgers are down by 1. Rich Hill just got blown up. And this guy, Cabrera, hit a 2-run home run. And now they're down by 1. And you know, it was a good game up until then. Now let's read some Dodgers. Let's get some Dodgers news out just so I know. There we go. Dodgers news. Clayton Kershaw flashes talent and rust in return. Dodgers beat the Mets 8-3. Oh, that was yesterday. So I guess the Dodgers won yesterday. Jacob deGrom blames himself as the Mets lose to the Dodgers in a team effort. So that was also yesterday from the New York Times. So it looks like New York media and Los Angeles media is covering these games. Because that's an article from the LA Times and the New York Times. And you know what? Maybe the New York Times article is a little bit too honest. You don't need to put the guy's name first. Blames himself. Dodgers loss. You know, Jacob deGrom, he doesn't deserve that. See, LA Times, it's nice. Clayton Kershaw flashes talent and rust in return. But that's just a way better way to put it. You know, he flashes talent. Clayton Kershaw talent. That's all I see. Anyway, now we're back. Well, I'll remember to get back to read the news in no time. And here's Kike Hernandez batting .226. Oh, and you got to go to Sports Fury. If you're here and watching, go to him. He's doing what I'm doing, but way better. And he's doing a soccer game. Kike just nailed it. And that's a pop-up. Please go foul. And that's way foul. And Kike Hernandez just doesn't know how to just not take huge swings. He just swings as hard as he can every single time. And I don't know if it's a good way to hit. Like, you're a little guy. Get on base more. Maybe hit for bases. Maybe he doesn't even do that. He just swings as hard as he can. He's got no discipline. But he is very fast and good when he gets on base. And that's low and outside. And I just realized that the New York broadcast, which I'm watching right now, does not show balls and strikes. So I'm watching without balls and strikes. And that's low and outside. And who's this guy pitching? Beck? C. Beck. He doesn't seem like anything special. He gets the sign. Catcher sets up outside. Goes outside, but swing and foul ball. And I don't know how Kike was able to put the bat on that one because he pulled his head. It was an outside pitch. Pulled his head out. Still put the bat on the ball. So that's got to take some skill. That was the ultimate pull your head out, though. Top of the 6th. Here's the pitch. Oh, that's hit very hard. Please be a home run. That's a home run. Kike Hernandez just swung so hard and he hit a home run. And it is now tied 4-4. Oh my, and Turner's up on his feet. Turner, you better stay on your feet. And Kike, that was so jacked. That was, who knew that such a little man could hit the ball so hard? That was beautiful. And now he's getting a hug from Matt Kemp. Matt Kemp saying, thank you for taking some of the weight off my shoulder. And now we got the instant slow motion. And honestly, it didn't even look like he hit it that well. Like he hit it off the middle of the bat and it was like a slice. You know, I think the balls might be flying in New York City right now. That's 2 home runs in a row, back-to-back innings. And the pitcher Beck is very frustrated with himself. And that was a meatball. And here's poor man's Turner. Muncy. Here's the pitch. He's a lefty. Or Muncy's a lefty. The pitcher Beck is a righty. And that's strike 1 on the bottom corner. And Max Muncy, he's 1 for 2 with the solo home run, batting .260, 15 home runs, 32 RBIs. And you know what? He's earned our respect. But you know what? He's got to be a little faster at third. He's got to have faster reflexes. But he can hit bombs. And now we got another slow motion replay. Now we got a bunch of dumb looking New Yorkers in the crowd.
Oh, why?
Well, I'm not being negative. I'm just saying that of these New York fans that I've seen so far, they do seem to have dumb looking looks on their faces. It's the Mets. Here's the pitch. Strike 3. Outside corner, and Muncy was not happy about that one. But not going to get thrown out of the game. He's complaining, but while he's walking away. And right after giving up a home run, that's 1, 2, 3 pitches. And that looks outside to me. Maybe this umpire just wants to get the game over. But it's 4-4, and here's Matt Kemp. And he's batting .321, 13 home runs, 47 RBIs. He used to be hitting a little bit better than that. He was like 250 or 350 forever. But now he's starting to get back to normal numbers. And he's going to take ball 1. And Scott Alexander is also warming up in the bullpen. And you know, these guys just get the job done. And you know this is going to go loads of time and inning. It's just going to take forever. Because Dave Roberts loves doing cute stuff. Here's the pitch. Fastball over the plate. That's a ground ball to shortstop. And they throw out Matt Kemp at first. So 2 outs just like that. But thank goodness, Kike Hernandez. Oh, now we got, we're showing last night. And I guess Matt Kemp hit one last night. And that was deep. Against a guy that, you should have seen him. Long hair, doesn't shave, looking gross. And I just don't like this New York team. But Matt, it's 2 outs real fast. And here's Cody Bellinger, and he can hit a home run at any time. And he's a lefty. The internet's going slow. Let's go. Here's the pitch. Strike 1. And who's hot? And all batting average leaders this season. Scooter McGee, Freddie Mason, Freddie Freeman, Nick Markakis, Matt Kemp, and then Nolan something on Colorado. So if that wasn't so blurry, I would have been able to read that better. But basically, Matt Kemp is like top 5 in the NL. And that's 3 outs. Hey, Mom. Yeah, I'm doing one of my Dodgers games, so can I call you back later? Oh, yeah. Not important? Okay, yeah, cool, I'll call you, bye. It wasn't important. What a shocker. On commercial break. Yeah, so now it's 4-4 because Kike Hernandez just hit a home run, and this is actually a pretty fun game. And talking about fun games, last night, I went to the Los Angeles Football Club soccer game, the LAFC. It turns out Los Angeles has 2 soccer teams in MLS. We got the Galaxy, and then we got LAFC, and it's a new team, and they got a new stadium. So I went to the game last night with my buddy Gabe, and I had never, this is the first professional soccer game I've ever been to, and I will say it was pretty boring. But Not boring. It was just it's more fun than baseball in terms of like people running around, but it's a little bit like hockey. It's hard to see, but it was loads of fun, and I don't know why I went there with that. It was actually a lot of fun, just in general, because there's a totally filled stadium, and then people yelling and chanting. It was a different atmosphere. It felt more like a hockey atmosphere, but you should have seen it. It was an experience just to go. I mean, the game itself, soccer, was fine. It was a 2-0 game. They scored in like 2 goals in the first 10 minutes, and then no goals for like 120 minutes, whatever it is. You know, some close ones. But you know what? It was a lot of fun. Man, I wonder how many people they can fit in that stadium. So I'm gonna look that up right now. LAFC Stadium. Oh, 22,000? That seems pretty big. Yeah. Bank of California Stadium is a soccer-specific stadium in Exposition Park neighborhood of Los Angeles, California. It is home of Major League Soccer's team, Los Angeles FC. And it's on South Figueroa Street in Los Angeles. Capacity 22,000. Opened April 18th, 2018. So it's as new as it gets. Owner, Los Angeles FC. So the team itself owns the stadium? That is the coolest thing that I've ever heard of. And when you go there, you know for sure that it's made for soccer, because literally the field, there's no space between the field and the crowd. It's crazy. You're right on the action. And freaking flyer, we got they're talking about Chris Flexen on the Mets. And I guess he's, I don't know why they're telling us about that, but I guess he's taking a lot of airplane flights these days. And here's Scott Alexander, 31 games, 1-0 record, 3.6 ERA. And this guy's just average. And the Dodgers have like they're a very average group of, they get the job done. And Kike Hernandez is playing shortstop and gets the ground ball and throws out that guy. So Kike playing shortstop makes the play. And then he did a little thing with his finger, but honestly, he did not look super confident with that ground ball. Like, he's a professional baseball player. He got the job done. But he looked a little bit rusty out there playing shortstop. That didn't look awesome. And it's 0 for 2 for Jose Reyes. Batting 176, 1 home run, 4 RBIs. This has got to be the worst batter on the team. Here's the pitch. Ball 1. And on deck is Kevin Kuzmarski. Because they're not going to bring Beck back in. Here's the pitch. Strike 1. On the low inside corner. And that was actually a really good pitch from Alexander. And Reyes. Who's this guy batting? Reyes. It was not expecting that. And that's inside, but a little bit too inside. And now it's 2-1. But on deck is Chris Beck, the pitcher. And I think they should just take him out and put in a real hitter. Here's the pitch. And that's a ground ball to Muncy, and Muncy throws him out. So 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. 4-4 game. And this is what we want to see. But yeah, it was, so the soccer team owns their stadium. It's an awesome stadium. You know, security could have been better. You can tell that they're a little rusty getting people in and out. Like, they have to figure out maybe a faster ticketing system. I don't know, something was going on with getting people in and out. Took a little bit of time. It wasn't like Staples Center where you could freely walk in and out. But I'm not complaining. It was a new stadium and it was awesome. Here's the pitch. And they're definitely getting mad sales. The whole place was filled up. And I mean, the tickets, the cheapest tickets, what we paid for, were $28. So even just doing the math, that's a lot of money they're making.
Look at that.
Oh, that looks amazing. And then so when you're about to, you put it on the stick later. Oh, yeah. Conforto's on deck. Is anybody here? Am I coming in green? Nobody's here. That's okay. Here's the pitch. Inside. And that's going to be 2-2 for this guy. And Alexander's throwing 92 miles an hour. Here's the pitch. And that's going, that went foul. And Beck actually put a pretty decent swing on the ball for a pitcher. That was impressive. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Strike 3. And I don't even know why I was doing that, why I got worried. That's the pitcher. Super easy. And due up, we got Pui, Forsyth, and Pederson. And now they're showing us the stadium, Met Stadium, a helicopter shot, and it's right by an airport. And honestly, it looked like that helicopter was like on the approach path or the takeoff path for that runway. So maybe that was actually an airplane, because I don't think a helicopter would be there. Yeah, but anyway, maybe the poor man's helicopter shot to New York City. But there's where it was at. It looked like a marsh, like it looked like it was on the ocean kind of thing, and where there's no city. And we're on commercial break. If you're new here, what's up, guys? Only 4 people here. Thanks for coming. And if you want to talk about something, let me know. If you know about Los Angeles soccer, you'd probably know about it more about it than me. But at least I've been to a game, and I would definitely be down to go back. But you want to get the seats that are so it's kind of like in hockey, where you want to pick the side in which the home team is shooting at the goal on your side. So in the second half, you want to be on one side of the stadium. Well, if you want to be behind the goal of that side of the stadium, those tickets are probably hard to get. And you're going to be in the middle of people yelling the whole entire time. Like, it was crazy. Some guy had a flag. And dude, if I was standing next to a guy that had a flag and was going like this the whole time, I'd be like, dude, I can't see shit. But you just got to deal with it. It's pretty, I'm just saying, it's very ruckus down there. And you know what? People are going to do what they want to do. Soccer was a bit different than other, like when you go to a basketball game, everybody's like sitting so proper. They just sit there like, oh, it's so nice here. Let's drink beer. And everyone's so nice to everybody. Only people having fun are kids. Well, if you go to this LA stadium, it's nothing but kids everywhere. I was like the oldest guy there. It was pretty annoying. So of course that's what they're going to be acting like over on the crazy side of the field. Oh, talking about baseball game. Talking about baseball. Here's Yasiel Puig. We're back. He's coming up to bat. 252, 9 home runs, 27 RBIs. And he's just not pitched. He's not doing that great this year. It's a bit sad. And right now we got sad face Puig. No, now we got confused face Puig. You know, maybe that's what we need, because confident Puig was just not working forever. He steps in. Here's the pitch. Low. And it's going to be 1-0 to Yasiel Puig, who is my favorite player on the team. He's got me for he's my favorite player to watch, but he's way better when he's winning. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be ball 2. And I mean, being a 4-4 game, Yasiel Puig walking right now would be a win. We got to get him on base. Here's the pitch. Low again. It's now 3-0. And these are the types of pitches that Yasiel Puig can take deep. The 3-0, but they don't let him swing anymore. I think that Dave Roberts lost a little bit of confidence in him. So now he's going to take this one 100% of the time. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Ball 4. And that looked like a pretty good pitch to me. And that's exactly why you take that one there, because that is definitely the one he could have taken deep, though. And the upcoming schedule for the Mets. Who even knows about the Mets? We got the Pirates, the Marlins, and the Blue Jays. And these are teams that just, the Dodgers never play them. Like the Blue Jays, the Marlins. You know, who are, it's like we're in another world. The New York Mets. I mean, who are these people? And they definitely don't look like athletes. Here's the pitch. Strike one. And that looked low and outside, and Forsythe even thought it was low and outside, and he's 0 for 2 on the night with a strikeout and a ground out. Batting .230, 2 home runs, 11 RBIs. And he's going to have to pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers. But he's good to have on the team. And he was so good in the playoffs last year. Yasiel Puig takes a pretty big lead. This is a great situation. And Puig, I guess, was taking too big of a lead, so they threw it back to first. And this is what we like to see. Puig at first, he just trolls the pitcher a little bit. Oh man, it's called Citi Field. And it's in New York. And you know what? That's a weird looking stadium. I'm not liking the Mets. Here's the pitch. And Yasiel Puig's out. He tried to steal second base. And they threw him out. And I gotta remember to do more of the play-by-play on that one. But yeah, Yasiel Puig tried to steal. And he wasn't even close. Whoever this catcher is has got a gun. Because Yasiel Puig is no slouch. He's pretty fast. And who is this guy? I don't know. The catcher for the Mets is probably the best player on the Mets. Here's the pitch. And that's a ground ball to first. And they get him out at first. So Forsythe is down. 2 outs really, really fast. Top of the 7th inning. And the coach for the Mets is coming out to the mound to talk to Beck. Oh. Wait, what just happened? They're calling the bullpen. And who's this? Number 38 for the Mets is coming out right now. He's got a bit of a beer belly also. Does not look like an athlete, but he looks big. So I think he's gonna have to warm up, and this is gonna take a little bit longer than most of the time. All right, I'll be right back. And we're back. Top of the 7th inning. Dodgers need to get something going here. Puig got on base with no outs. It was awesome. Then he tried to steal. It's been downhill ever since. Here's Pederson. Hit a home run. Here's the pitch. Ball 1. And here's Anthony Swarzak. 9 games. He's 0-1. 3.48 ERA. He doesn't seem that great. Anthony Swarzak. And these guys even have New Yorker names. And that's going to be on the outside corner. So it's now 1-1. And Jock Pederson, he's over 2 on the night. And they're playing a major switch over. Like, the third baseman is playing by the shortstop. So he's probably just hit this one down the third base line. Please be a home run. Please, that's deep. So deep. That's the home run. That is without question one of the deepest home runs I've ever seen. Jock Pederson just hit a home run, and the Dodgers go up by 1. And this game is, you know, I think I'm going to call it. This game's over. This Mets team can't get anything going. And it's 5-4, babe. Now, thank goodness for Kike Hernandez and Jock Pederson. And that was just so deep. It was an upper decker. It was in the upper deck at Met Stadium. And I don't know if that was a meatball. I don't know what that was. But Jock Pederson just blew up Swarzak so hard. And now here's Austin Barnes, who he could probably not. Oh, Matt Kemp is dancing in the dugout. They're showing Matt Kemp dancing in the dugout, and he's just happy to get some help. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a base hit for Austin Barnes. So Barnes is now on base. So that's actually pretty sweet. And here with 2 outs, maybe we can get some more runs. Because it was bullshit how we had Puyon with no outs. And here's, who's this guy? Chris Taylor. Batting .252. 8 home runs, 29 RBIs. And he can definitely hit a home run right now. And getting these runs with 2 outs would be pretty sweet. And then we can be very confident that the Dodgers are going to win. And Swarzak, he's struggling. You should see his face. It looks like he needs to poop. And he takes a big breath. And, you know, that's exactly what I would be doing if I needed to poop real bad, too. He's not looking confident. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. Strike 1. I mean, a ball 1. And now we got a close-up shot on Taylor. And he's kind of a funny-looking guy. But he gets the job. Or last year, he got the job done. He was, like, so crazy last year. And I think maybe a lot of these guys are getting figured out. Here's the pitch. Low, but called a strike. That was a good one. And that's 1-1. That was 94 miles an hour. And Jock Pederson, that was so amazing. You should have seen how deep that was. Here's the pitch. Low again. And Swarzak, after that home run, just tried his best to keep it low in the strike zone. But if Pederson can take him that deep, anybody can take him deep at any time. And it's 1-2 with 2 outs. Now we got a close-up shot of Dave Roberts. And you can see the reflection, like you can kind of see, that was a cool shot, but then he moved. And because you can see the reflection of his paper off of his glasses. Ooh, huge swing from Taylor, but that's going to be foul. And I do appreciate that swing that Taylor just took. It was almost like he's got Swarzak figured out. And this guy looks like a New Yorker. This guy looks, I don't like this guy. And he's a righty, and he's 2-2, and he's struggling. Takes a deep breath, still got to poop. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Low again, but all 3. And he just hit the same low spot so many times in a row. And Enrique Hernandez is on deck. Oh, wait. Did Enrique or Kike hit the home run? If you're here, it was that Kike. I don't remember. I think that was Kike who hit the home run. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a pop-up to right field. And the guy in right field makes the catch and throws the ball to the New York Mets crowd. And we're going to go to commercial break in the bottom of the 7th inning. And the Dodgers are up by 1. This is a pretty good situation. And it's just a good game. It's 5-4. And we're on commercial break. And I'm pretty sure that was Kike Hernandez that hit the home run to make it 4-4. But Enrique Hernandez is coming up next, and honestly, I do get them mixed up. Like, and they also look like brothers, so it's easy to get those two mixed up. And we're on commercial break. Thanks for coming. The girlfriend is cooking just kebabs to take to a barbecue later today, so she's doing work, and I'm just watching Dodgers. And you should see, I mean, you should see her. She's just slaving away in there. Just the best girlfriend ever. But she is cooking food right now.
So I am ignoring you? Is that what you want me to
She's ignoring me. She was purposely ignoring me. Usually when someone's cooking food, don't bug them. Because then you just want them to cook food. And it's so easy to become the side seat, the backseat driver. So I just let her do her thing. And we're on commercial break. You know, where's Ludwig? Alright, I'm not gonna get him. And I think the dog goes in the crate. I think the dog goes in the crate every time I do one of these YouTube videos. Just because I pick him up and he doesn't like that. So now he's in the crate, so I'm not gonna grab him. Man, that smells so good. Yeah, so have you guys seen Jurassic Park yet? Or the new Jurassic World? I'm hearing some pretty terrible stuff. Like, pretty terrible stuff. Like, laughable stuff. Like, people are laughing at the movie. Which is not good. Because Jurassic World was just so sweet. Yes, it had some dumb parts. You know what? The bad guy, the Indominus Rex, could have been called the Plotosaurus Rex. Because it just did whatever it needed the plot to do. And there was some dumb stuff. But it was a great movie. I was excited. I was doing fist bumps in the movie theater. You know, we got the T-Rex Velociraptor team up versus the Indominus Rex. It was the best idea ever. And then to have the big fish come get him at the ending, it was the best ending of a movie ever. And they're showing the Mets in the 2015 NLDS. So the Mets won something in 2015. You know, we won something last year. But yeah, that's a lot of champagne that they're showing. Oh, and they got the 2016 National League wild card. Oh, they're the NL champs in 2015, the Mets. And they got the flag up, just show it off and everything. So good for them. They've probably won a World Series before the Dodgers, though I don't know. It's just amazing to me how long it's been since the Dodgers won a World Series. And I don't want to talk about it. And I don't want to talk about the Astros. But it's just terrible. I can't even make fun of the Mets right now. But I'm sure they haven't won in forever. And here's Edward Paredes. And this guy, we're digging deep right now. He has been more of a go-to guy. And he's just a workhorse. I think we're just putting him in there. He hasn't played many games. He's got a 2-0 record and a 0.0 ERA still. So he's doing really well. And I actually saw his first game. And the Mets box score. On the bench, they're showing us some kind of thing, right? They don't have many pitchers left, I don't think. I don't think the Mets have many pitchers left. And here's Conforto, batting .232, and he takes strike one on the outside corner. And he's got batting .232, 9 home runs, 23 RBIs. And this team, these guys just look like New Yorkers. And if I were the Mets, I would not get so many New Yorkers on the team and just get good athletes from all over the place. And we got Todd Frazier. This guy also looks like a New Yorker. Yeah, I guess. And here's the pitch. They had the second tier team over there, the Mets. It's just crazy to me that New York has two teams. And in the bottom of the seventh, it's 1-2. And Paredes, he likes to keep him low. And he does throw pretty hard. He's got a pretty crazy slider. Here's the pitch. Crazy slider. And that's popped up to center field. And Pederson makes the... Oh, nope, not Pederson. Who's this guy? Yeah, that's Pederson. Makes the catch in center field. And then Pui and Pederson are now playing grab ass in the outfield. Like, literally, they're playing grab ass. Just having a great time. And Dave Roberts. Huh? Oh, now Dave Roberts is taking out Paradise. Because he knows what he's doing. And in the bottom of the 7th, we're going to the bullpen. And who knows who's coming in. We got Fields coming in. Fields is coming in for the Dodgers. And this is what... These guys do pretty well. And this is what the Dodgers have been doing this whole entire season. And we're on commercial break. Oh, the shrimp? Oh man, that's gonna be good. Is anybody here?
Like, hey.
Yeah, there's nobody here.
Comment.
Yeah, but there's nobody here. It's nobody's been coming recently. But they come at the end of the game sometimes. But this is a good one. Wait. Let's see. Is this one on national TV? Kike Hernandez bobblehead day, though. Oh, yeah, we can go back to some Dodgers news. Oh, yeah, Bank of California Stadium. Let's click on that. Bank of California is a soccer-specific stadium and exposition park. Constructed on the site of the former LA Memorial Sports Arena. It is located next to the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, just south of USC. Los Angeles FC subleases the site from the university, which has a master lease with the LA Memorial Coliseum Commission for operating and managing the Coliseum and stadium properties. Wow, that is a great deal for USC to be able to have that and be able to sell a stadium to somebody. And that is awesome. The structural engineer is a guy named Thornton Tosmedi. And yeah. It was a pretty sweet stadium. And the owner and the operator, it says Los Angeles FC. So they just lease it from USC. And if they're going to build a stadium, why not let them build a stadium? And here's Josh Fields. 35 games. 2-2. 2.4 ERA. And that's going to be ball 1. A high fastball. And here's Todd Frazier. Here's the pitch. That is hit very hard. Very, very, very hard. Please don't be a home run. Nope, not a home run. And Jock Pederson makes the catch. And that was awesome. Frazier thought that he might have gotten that one, but it was at the wall, and Pederson makes the catch. And Frazier looks a little bit frustrated. And let's take a look in slow motion. He makes a little bit of a leap, but probably didn't need to do that leap. And Jock Pederson reminds me of my friend Peter Smith. And that's his name, Peter Smith. But they look exactly the same, actually. And have the same glasses on. Here's the pitch. Strike 1 on the outside corner. And Fields is getting the job done right now. And we got 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. And here's Asdrubal Cabrera. Batting .277. This guy's one of the better hitters on the Mets. And I think he's the one that hit a home run earlier in the game. Yep, in the 5th inning. A hanging curveball from Rich Hill. And that thing was just, it wasn't a line drive. And I think balls are flying in New York City right now. Here's the pitch. And Cabrera definitely going for a home run. Fields, that was a high fastball, kind of challenged him a little bit, and Cabrera could not catch up to it. So maybe now Fields has got to go to like a low breaking ball. I'm pretty sure he should go to a low breaking ball right now. Here's the pitch. another high fastball, and that's going to be ball 3 or ball 1. And it's 1-2, and Fields is getting the job done. And we got advertisements for fast food behind the plate. And based on what I'm seeing, these people are eating a lot of fast food out in the stands. And it's 2-2. Fresh beef cooked to order from McDonald's. And that would be a step in the right direction if that is true. If they could just make the food fresher, that would be a step in the right direction. So way to go, McDonald's. And that's over the plate and popped up. And Barnes makes the catch. And you should have seen him. He looked like a jackass. He threw his mask so far away. Like, get out of here. He didn't need to throw it so far. And we are going to the top of the 8th inning. Thanks for coming, everybody. Yeah, nobody's coming today. Well, anyway, if you're here, thanks for coming. We're on commercial break. People leave. But yeah, it's probably because Sports Fury is going right now, and he's doing a soccer game. And in general, it seems there's crazy amounts of demand for soccer on YouTube. So crazy amounts of demand for soccer. So maybe I should have been doing soccer. And I think it's just because it's so international that everybody everywhere is going to YouTube. Because that's where I go when I want to try to find something new. I mean, what, are you going to go click through the TV, try to find something? Still on commercial break. And Kike Hernandez is going to be batting for the Dodgers up against Swarzak, who is a New Yorker through and through. And he was kind of getting blown up in the last inning. So this is a good thing. I can't imagine him pulling anything out of his butt here. He's going to get blown up more. But the problem for the Mets is they have no pitchers left. So this Swarzak guy, he's the sacrificial lamb. And he's going to have to be going up against a team that does hit. Five runs is pretty sweet for the Dodgers, but we can do better than that. Like, this should be 8-4. And it does seem that the Mets were able to score against us also. But you know what? Ever since that 1 home run, they've really been doing nothing. And now we got the box score on the bench. We got Utley and Grandal. It's Utley back? Let's get Utley in the game. Paying him $2 million to do nothing. And he was so good at the beginning of the season. And I will say the Mets stadium, like the way that the Jumbotron and the advertisements, it does look kind of cool. Here's the pitch. The best part about the Mets is the stadium, that's for sure. Games with 5 home runs at Citi Field. Dodgers, Mets, Cubs, Nationals. And they're showing us some kind of a graphic saying, I guess there's been a lot of home runs. But, you know, the stadium, the wall doesn't look that deep. And Kike, oh, is this Enrique or Kike? Oh, this is Kike Hernandez. And he's had 2 home runs today. Batting .230, 12 home runs, 25 RBIs. He had a home run in the 6th inning, but he had one in the 1st inning as well. And Kike's on a roll. And that's what we like to see. And he just swings as hard as he can every single time. That's what or walks. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 2. So it's 2-2. Kike steps out of the box, steps back in. Has kind of a funny look on his face, but that's okay. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch. Slider over the plate, strike 2. And looks like maybe Swarzak, the pitcher for the Mets, is starting to get a little bit of his groove back. And they're all wearing New Balances. Here's the pitch. That's hit very hard. Very hard to the gap, and that's going to be a base hit. And Kike Hernandez gets on first with no outs here in the top of the 8th inning. And this is the problem for the Mets right now. They're going to give up some runs. And I have a feeling it's going to be 8-4 by the ending. And Kike Hernandez is on base. And that was just a beautiful swing. And he just hit it to the gap. And I don't know if that counts as like a putting the bat on the ball type of swing for Kike, but it looked like a home run swing. But I guess that's what we want him doing, is walking and swinging for home runs. And here's Max Muncy, and he's had a home run in the first inning also. He's batting .258, 15 home runs, 32 RBI. So he needs another home run. Swarzak's getting blown up. Here's the pitch. And I don't think Kike Hernandez is great on the bases, probably even faster than Pui. But this catcher is pretty badass. I don't think we should challenge him. Let's just do it the old-fashioned way. Let's just get hits. Let's blow up this pitcher, not try to test the catcher. Here's the pitch. Low, but a strike. So it's 1-1. And this is going to be the 19th pitch for Swarzak. Swarzak gets the sign. This catcher looks like a badass. Here's the pitch. Inside. Ball 2. And Swarzak is definitely not having control problems. I think he's hitting spots where he wants to hit them. And maybe, I don't know why he got blown up so bad. I don't know why he's getting blown up so bad, because it looks like he's hitting the spots he wants to hit. And finally, we got a guy on the New York Mets that doesn't look like a jackass from New York. Here's the pitch. That's hit very hard to the same spot that Kike Hernandez just hit it. And Dodgers are going to have runners on third and first with no outs. And this is the best situation that the Dodgers could be in. And Swarzak is back to crying again. And he is looking like he needs to poop. And no, just this one guy. That's what he looks like. He's not looking happy. Swarzak. And it's because the Mets don't have any pitching anymore because it's late in the game. So they're just leaving that to this guy out there. And then so the Dodgers have runners on. And Matt Kemp is up. This is the best situation that could be going down. Matt Kemp's batting .319, 13 home runs, 47 RBIs. There's 2 men on right now for Kemp. Best situation possible. And nobody is warming up in the Mets bullpen. And Swarzak is struggling. Holy crap. The Mets maybe made some errors in decision making to only have 1 pitcher left. And Matt Kemp is up. He could blow this thing wide open right now. 1 run is just not enough. Here's the pitch. Over the plate. Call the ball. And that seemed like a pretty good pitch to me. So Swarzak maybe got screwed on that one. But it's 1-0 to Matt Kemp. And thank goodness there's no outs. So we couldn't even go to a double play if we wanted to right now. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled away. And this is the best situation for the Dodgers. And it's going to be 1-1. And Swarzak is taking his time, and he's like, he must be sweating a lot because he's kind of like grabbing his face. He's doing a lot of this. Here's the pitch. Strike 2. And that was 92-mile-an-hour fastball directly over the plate with no movement. And that is the type of pitch that we could have gone deep on that one. And I think Swarzak might have something in his eyes. Or something, sweat is going in his eyes. Maybe he messed up with the suntan lotion today. And that one's in the dirt, so it's going to be 2-2. Matt Kemp with no outs here in the top of the 8th. This is... Oh, jerk chicken? Yeah. That's you have to rub it in there? Oh, that's awesome. The girlfriend made jerk chicken, which is a Jamaican type of way to cook chicken. And I brought it up maybe a month ago, but I forgot that I brought it up, and she remembered and made jerk chicken. Or making it right now. But the last time she did chicken on kebabs is a little dry.
Okay, I bought those.
Yeah, but I did leave them on the grill too. I messed up with the grill. Oh, that one's a 50-50 fault on that one. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a ground ball to third. And that's going to be a double play, but Kike's going to come home. So now it's 6-4. And that is what I just said, is we get hit into a double play even if we wanted to. And I don't know if that's going to count as a sacrifice. because 2 outs. I guess we want to take that run. But what's crazy is that it was almost a ground ball between the third baseman and the shortstop, but the third baseman was kind of a heads-up play. Got the ball, threw him out at second, and then they turned 2. And Matt Kemp is not the fastest person in the world, but anybody else on the team that would have been safe. But that's okay. He got the RBI. And here's Cody Bellinger, who had a home run in the 4th inning actually. So loads of home runs tonight. Here's the pitch. That could be a home run. That is smashed. And that is another home run from Bellinger. And something is in the water right now. And Swarzak is getting blown up. And it is now 7-4. And the Dodgers we're going to win the game. This is over. You guys can go do something else. Cody Bellinger just smashed one out. And that was definitely a fastball over the plate that wasn't moving at all. Way to go, Bellinger. And you know what? This barbecue is going to be more fun. And just good to see Cody being Cody. And yeah, that was a home run. Another upper deck home run. And it was right down the foul line. And it's cool. It's funny how the stadium is built so kind of straight up when they have such room around them. I mean, it was like built next to like the runway at the airport. Like it looks like the stadium should be in a city, but it's not in a city. Here's the pitch. And which is funny because it's the New York Mets. So I don't know, maybe they're kind of posers here. And yeah, just if you give Cody Bellinger that meatball over the plate like that, it's going to be a home run. And somehow Cody Bellinger knew that was going to stay fair, even though it's like, oh, here's Yasiel Puig. And the fun might not be over yet, because Yasiel Puig could easily jack one out right now. And 8-4 is the number that I wanted to see. Let's go, Yasiel Puig. Just show us something. Here's the pitch in the dirt, and it's now 1-2. And Yasiel Puig he's chewing on something. Let's hope that's, you know, if it helps him though, if it helps him, it could be tobacco. But I think it might have been gum because he was doing an awful lot of chewing. Here's the pitch, and that is high and inside. And that was the first one that's gotten away from him this whole entire time, which is so crazy. Is Swarzak is hitting his spots, but they're still hitting home runs anyway. And that might have been considered a little bit of a bat flip from Bellinger. It was a bit disrespectful. And in general, the Dodgers have been very disrespectful later in this game, just by the way that they're swinging. They just don't give a shit. And this is what we like to see. Here's the pitch. Check swing, fouled away. And it's 2-2. And Yasiel Puig, just whenever he's doing his like you know when you see a golfer that's doing too much practice swings before it, and they always hit it bad. It's like, how about you try it without all the weird practice swings? Sometimes I think in baseball, I think Puig is doing too much of the weird practice swing and just loosen up a little bit. It's 2-2. He's in his head. Here's the pitch. Huge swing and fouled away. That was 94 miles an hour and one of the better pitchers from Swarzak. But not enough to get strike 3, and Puig was able to put the bat on the ball. And I think that is the problem with Swarzak right now, is even his best pitches are not good enough. And this catcher for the Mets, they got a close-up on him. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And that's going to be a base hit up the middle. And Yasiel Puig is going to get on first. So this inning is not over yet. And maybe Yasiel Puig is going to want to challenge this catcher again because they threw him out last time. And I'm going to refresh my video because it's going slow. But this could easily become, who knows, maybe even a 9-4 game right now. And then we can see Jansen come in. Here's the pitch to Logan Forsythe, and it's 1-0. And you know what? I think this might be. I'm starting to feel bad for the Mets a little bit right now, because I really think this might be the coach's mistake. Why is there only one terrible pitcher left for the Mets? And what's so crazy is they were also in this game. They were up by 1. Like, this was a winnable game if you're the Mets. And I think that's why they keep on showing the coach for the Mets, is because I'm watching with no sound. I don't know much about baseball, but I know that this isn't supposed to be happening. If your pitcher's going bad, and it's this bad, you take him out. So that must mean that there's just nobody left. And if anything, this guy should get a bonus. He's a sacrificial lamb against a team that actually can hit and made it to the World Series last year. So this guy shouldn't feel too bad. Here's the pitch. And that's outside, so it's 2-0. And the problem is every single time he throws strikes, we hit them. And those were just, it's 2-0 right now, but those things were just barely out of the strike zone. So he's also maybe getting a little bit of bad luck. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Over the plate, slider, and it's 2-1. And that thing had absolutely no movement whatsoever either. That was an 83-mile-an-hour slider that did not do a whole lot. And I think that Logan Forsythe can definitely take that one deep. That's like batting practice. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That is hit very hard. Very, very hard. But out. And it's caught at the track. And we are going to the bottom of the 8th inning. And it's 7-4. Up to bat is Flores, Bautista, and Smith. And I will say these Mets aren't this game's probably over. They're not looking too confident right now. And we're off to commercial break. What? All right, well, you know what? I'm just going to say I might as well just keep on doing this. I'll do it until the ending of the game on commercial break. What should we talk about? Already talked about the soccer stadium, planning and construction. The Los Angeles Times reported on May 17th, 2015 that the team chose the Los Angeles Memorial Sports Arena site to build the 22,000-seat state-of-the-art stadium at MLS Exposition Park, costing $250 million. And I will say it did not seem that state-of-the-art. It looked like it was like a regular stadium with a pretty sweet jumbotron. But I don't know if state-of-the-art was. I guess it's state-of-the-art because it's new. But yeah, it cost $250 million. And if I had $250 million, I would definitely want to build a soccer stadium. That sounds awesome. The group estimated the project would create 1,200 temporary construction jobs and 1,800 full-time jobs, generating $2.5 million in annual tax revenue. The environmental impact report, arena demolition, the stadium construction were expected to take 3 years and delays the team debut to 2018. Well, it looks like they got the job done on time. On May 6th, 2016, the LA City Council approved the stadium, clearing the way for construction of the stadium. A groundbreaking ceremony took place on August 23rd. So, wow, they turned that thing around in 2 years. At the event attended by owners and construction crew, LAFC announced a 15-year, $100 million naming rights deal for the stadium with the Bank of California. And wow. So the day that thing is done, you get a $100 million deal. That's like half your money back on the investment already. So it sounds like it's a good business to get into building a stadium. But that's soccer, everybody, in Los Angeles. And it's now, wow, that is great. And I can totally see how they can take an old building, they make a new one. Anyway, what a great idea. Who owns this team? That's what I want to know. It's probably like Persians. Owners. Oh, list. Show the list. Oh, there's loads of them. Let's see if we recognize any names. Magic Johnson, of course. Magic Johnson's involved on that. He's one of the many owners. Oh, Will Ferrell, the actor's one of. All right, this is pretty sweet. This is my new favorite team, the Los Angeles FC. It's owned by a bunch of rich people. And here's Wilmer Flores, and Magic and Will Ferrell are part owners. That's pretty sweet. And you know, Magic wouldn't get on it unless he thought it was a good idea. And Godell is pitching for the Dodgers, and it's 0-2 really fast. And this game is just about over. Bautista is on deck, but this Mets team looks completely defeated. And Godell definitely gets the job done. Things aren't going to go so bad so fast. He's not that type of pitcher. And it's 1-2. Here's the pitch. That's a ground ball to Turner, who's playing third, and Turner throws him out. And of course Turner throws him out because Turner's the best. And he should just be playing third all the time. And maybe Muncy wouldn't have been able to, maybe he wouldn't have the reflexes to make that play. But Turner is just an amazing third baseman. And my friend Pat Watson looks exactly like him. It's crazy. They look exactly the same. And I think that if had Pat been playing third base his whole entire life, maybe he could have been a professional baseball player. And he was playing catcher a lot. And this guy's batting .222. 1 out, bottom of the 8th inning. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be ball 1. Here's the pitch. And it's 2-0. And Godell falling behind Bautista. Maybe this is the one guy that they don't want to mess around with. And it's just good Dodgers are getting wins against teams that they should be getting wins against. And there's the 2-0 pitch. And I'm going to look up baseball standings. Let's see where the Dodgers are at right now. All right, so in the NL West, we are 2.5 games behind the Diamondbacks. Where the hell are these Diamondbacks coming from? And even the Giants are hanging in there pretty well, and the Rockies are hanging. Well, everybody seems to be like a 50-50 team. And Godell just walked Bautista. You know, maybe he's the one we should be walking. Hey, babe. But yeah, in the NL West, it is Diamondbacks, Dodgers, Giants, Rockies, and Padres. And there's no teams there that are just so terrible that hypothetically they couldn't come back. But it's really just a race between the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks. And maybe the Giants. But just the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks. Here's the pitch. That is hit to center field and gonna drop. So the Mets are gonna have 2 guys on. Oh, they just throw him out at third. Nope, they didn't throw him out at third. Kike Hernandez messed that up. And now all of a sudden the Mets have runners at first and third with 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. How did that happen? I thought this was over. And let's see. Cody Bellinger tries to throw him out. That wasn't the best throw. It was a good throw. It was a terrible. I don't know if this was a bad tag. He just didn't tag him. He was too far away. And then it should have been an out. But Hernandez was just too far away, didn't tag him. Standing in the wrong spot. Maybe not the best throw from Bellinger, because it looked like it was curving a lot. Like, it didn't look like a great throw. Either way, maybe both of them are 50% at fault. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be strike 1. Palmer was frustrated with the umpire, now yelling at the umpire, thinking that was a ball. And it's going to be 0-1. And this is Kevin Plawecki. Batting .234. 232. 0. This guy sucks. 2 guys are on. It's 0-1. Great situation for the Mets if anybody other than this guy was batting, probably. This guy sucks. Here's the pitch. Internet's going slow. It's mid pitch. That's hit very hard. That's hit very, very hard. That's a home run. That's a home run. And Plawecki, Kevin Plawecki just hit a 3-run home run and is now tied 7-7 in the bottom of the 8th. And how did that just happen? What happened to Godell? And Plawecki just did like a cool move with his teammate. Like it wasn't like they hit chest, but they did something kind of cool. It's like a little dance. And I just don't appreciate that. That was disrespectful. And why are there so many home runs in this game? Maybe it's very warm in New York, and it's just the baseballs are flying. But it is now a 7-7 game in the bottom of the 8th. Back to a tie game. See, this is why I know we needed 8 runs. And yeah, when I were watching in slow motion, and he hit it to left center field. And there's just been so many home runs this game. And now they're showing the dance. It's a little dance on replay, and I don't know why he's got a dance. You got like 6 RBIs now. Good for you. That was a lot of RBIs there. You just doubled the amount of RBIs you have this season. And it is 7-7, the bottom of the 8th. And I've got somewhere to be at 2, so figured the game would be over. And here's Jose Reyes, batting 174. Here's the pitch. Over the plate, strike 1. And it's 1-1. Godell looks a little frustrated, that is for sure. You should have seen his face. That was a lot of runs to give up. That was one bad pitch. And maybe he didn't have to give him that meatball over the plate because it was 0-1. Maybe that was a mistake. Oh, on deck is Devin Mesquart. I can't pronounce his name. I didn't see it. His name's Devin, though, with an I. And Devin with an I just isn't quite as cool as Devin with an O. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball to second, and they throw him out at first. So now we got 2 outs. And up to bat is number 29, Devin Mesoraco. Devin Mesoraco, batting 226, 7 home runs, 18 RBIs. And this guy doesn't look so special. I mean, other than his name being Devin. So I'm okay with him getting on base, even hitting a triple, as long as he doesn't come in. And Barnes is playing behind the plate. Here's the pitch. Crazy curveball. High. And that's going to be ball 1 for 1-1. And that was actually much closer to the strike zone than everybody thought it was going to be. And I think Morzocco is thinking, man, this guy's throwing some dirty stuff. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Slider over the plate. Huge swing. Strike 1. And there is no question about it. Devin Morzocco is swinging for the fences. And he's just kind of this little pipsqueak looking dude. Nothing special. Here's the pitch. And it's 2-1. Bottom of the 8th. And this should be over here pretty soon. But we're going to get to the next inning. Here's the pitch. Strike 2. And another huge swing going for the fences. That was a high fastball. Definitely challenged him on that one. And this is a 7-7 game in the bottom of the 8th inning. And we had this one, people. And then Godell just gives up a home run to the worst hitter on the team. Guy had like 4 RBIs. He doubles his RBIs in one home run. Strike 3. And after giving up 3 runs, Godell finally gets the out. And the first person definitely that time on the planet that knew that that was going to be a home run was Godell. He looked down immediately. He was not happy with himself. And they just showed their dance like 3 times in a row. It wasn't a dance. It was like a shoulder. It was like a forearm bump, and then like a one of these. And it just wasn't cool. And I'm just not impressed with these Mets guys at all. And we're going to the top of the 9th inning. And I think I'm going to have to leave in 20 minutes. I'm doing like a Father's Day thing a little bit late. So anyway, thanks for coming. If anybody's here, I'm going to do it as long as I can. But it's a 7-7 game. And this is, I probably should have just started the stream right now. And who's up? Oh, Pederson is up first. And I do think that we are probably better than 50-50 to get runs here, because it seems tonight everybody can get home runs. So I still think that the Dodgers are pretty good favorites to win the game, because we're probably going to score right now. And then we're going to bring in Jansen just to finish it up. Oh, and there is a pitching change. So it turns out that they're digging deep. Familia. And this is, I don't know why they didn't bring him in earlier, but Familia is coming in right now. And he's got a 2.61 ERA. That actually looks decent. Actually, I'm going to refresh. I think that I'm more up to date on my Google than I am on my video. So I'm going to redo the video. Let's go video. And we're back. Now they're showing a downtown shot of New York City, and it just looks cool every single time. Like the skyline and just the city itself is very cool. I've been twice before. It's loads of fun. I loved it. Maybe wouldn't want to live there, but definitely want to go back. But Mets, that doesn't even look like the Mets are not in New York City. I think they're on the other side of the river. And here's Jury's Familia, 30 games. He's 3-3, 2.61 ERA. And this guy doesn't look very good. But his ERA isn't bad, and I don't know why they didn't bring him in earlier, except for the fact that this might actually be their last pitcher. Here's the pitch. Outside. And that was 97 miles an hour. Ball 1. And, you know, he's a righty, and Pederson's a lefty, so this could be good. Here's the pitch. Outside again, 98 miles an hour. And Familia hit the exact same spot twice, and looks like he's trying his best to keep it low in the strike zone and just a little bit off the plate. That was outside. And so I think he just thinks that Pederson's wheelhouse is inside fastballs. So I think he's just trying to keep him outside. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Outside fastball again, and it's 3-0. And if Grandal is on deck, I think they're going to take out Austin Barnes, which is good because he doesn't do shit these days hitting. But he's a good backup catcher to Grandal because Grandal needs some help. Just, you know, he's getting old. You know, it's a tough job. So it's like with like a goalie in hockey. Every once in a while, you just got to bring in the backup, and that's going to be ball 4. 4 straight balls to Doc Pederson, and I think that Familia needs to not worry so much about getting blown up, and just has got to put him over the plate at this point. And here's Yasmani Grandal, and a great situation for the Dodgers, batting .236, 37 RBIs, 11 home runs, and he started off like gangbusters. And if it wasn't for him, we would not have 40 of those wins right now. That is for sure. Back when the Dodgers were terrible, at the beginning of the season, we had no batting. At the beginning of the season, we had no batting. He was the only one batting. And then Kemp kind of came on a little bit, and then the two of them kind of got us going. But Grandal did a lot of work for a long time. And now we got no starting pitching. And Rich Hill, you know what? He's getting old. Get back in your minivan. And it's 7-7, and I just don't like these Mets that much at all. Here's the pitch. They're pesky right now. They're playing very pesky baseball. And that was 98 miles an hour. And Familia can definitely throw gas, but that is the 5th ball in a row. So if he can't throw strikes, this is going to be very difficult for the Mets. And Grandal knows there's going to be a meatball coming anytime now. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fastball over the plate. And it's strike one. That's its first strike. I mean, that's actually what he's been going for. And not only is this thing going 98 miles an hour, it's also got a tiny bit of movement on it. So I think that's the problem that he's having, trying to find the strike zone, is that his fastball is moving. Here's the pitch. Ball 2. And this is just a great situation for the Dodgers, and Jesus is on deck. Justin Turner's on deck. And we are definitely better than 50-50 to score right now. I mean, let me see Yasiel Puig too. I don't even care that he's not hitting. Put in Yasiel Puig. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Grandal, who's being very disciplined. Inside, ball 3, and that was 98 miles an hour. And wow, Familia doesn't even seem like he's doing that bad. He's throwing gas, but he cannot find the strike zone, and it's now 3-1. He steps off the mound. And I think that it must be a very warm day in New York here in June, because these baseballs are flying. And every pitcher for the Mets, it looks like there's sweat in their eyes. Like they're just grabbing their face a lot. Here's the pitch. That is hit very hard. The center field. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Caught at the track. And that was hit very hard, but not hard enough. Dang it. Yasmani Grandal, good job. He hits way better from lefty, and he was batting lefty that time. And definitely swinging for the fences. And Familia maybe got away with one there. That was definitely the deep part of the stadium. And that's going to be 1 out. And yeah, that was back to the wall. And now Grandal's going someplace else. And here's Justin Turner batting .236, 2 home runs, 11 RBIs. Here's the pitch. Strike one. 97 miles an hour over the plate with a little bit of movement. And I have a feeling that could be very hard to hit. This Familia guy might not be that bad. And it's 0-1 to Justin Turner. Familia does it like the first time, takes the second one. Turner leans back a little bit because that's what he does. And here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1, and that was 88 miles an hour. A little bit of an off-speed pitch, but didn't look like a slider. I don't know what it was. But that was 10 miles an hour less than his fastball, but it looked very similar to the Kershaw fastball. Actually. And Turner steps in. Chewing on his gum, and I can see that it's gum and not tobacco. So good for Turner. Of course it is, because he's Jesus. And they throw it back to first. I guess Jock Pederson is making a pretty big lead. And you should have seen Jock Pederson's home run earlier in the game. It was so sweet. It was so deep. And it's 1-1. Top of the ninth. Tie game. I don't know. It's a tie game because Godell gave up a 3-run home run in the last inning. It was bullshit. It was a bonehead pitch. Here's the pitch. Huge swing. Strike 2. And that was the one Turner wanted. And now we're available position players. And we got plenty of pitchers. Oh, the Mets also have plenty of pitchers. I don't know why they left Schwarzak in there so long. We got Garcia, Jansen, and Hudson. And they got Drew Smith, Flexen, and this guy, Selman, G. Selman. And here's Turner. And the pitcher steps off the mound. And Kike Hernandez is on deck. He's had 2 home runs and a sweet base hit in the last inning. So Kike is on fire. Yep, we gotta leave in half an hour. Here's the pitch. Huge swing, fouled away. And I gotta leave in a half an hour. So the game should be over by then. It's gonna be a close one. So if it's in a half an hour, you know what? We might be able to be a little bit late. And maybe I can do the whole game. If it goes to extra innings, who knows? Maybe not. And Turner's up to bat. Come on, Jesus. Come on, Jesus. Here's the pitch from Familia. It's a 1-2. Strike 3. And Turner goes down looking. And sometimes even Jesus makes mistakes. Because that was a beautiful pitch from Familia. And you got to give him credit for that. Oh, it was outside. It was outside, and the umpire, it was outside. They're showing us right now that it was outside. It was well outside. And Turner got screwed. So Jesus even can get screwed. And that should have been a ball, and they showed us the above angle, and it was outside, and then they showed us the GPS, which they're cheap about, just like the Dodgers. And that was also outside. I don't know why they don't show us where the pitch is every single pitch. And here's Kike Hernandez, who's got 2 home runs and a base hit. And he's batting .235, 12 home runs, 25 RBIs. He gets on base. He's a squirrely player when he's on base. He walks, but he also can swing. He swings very hard. He doesn't even know how to put the bat on the ball. He just swings as hard as he can every single time. And maybe not technically a good batter, but he gets the job done everywhere else. And just let him swing as hard as he wants. And now my internet's going slow because probably everyone's coming to watch the game. Here's the pitch. Ball 1. And this umpire does seem to have kind of a funky strike zone. I'm going to refresh the video because it's starting to go slow. I think it's probably because people are coming to watch the game because it's a close game. So let's go Shady Website. Shady Website, come on. Here we go. And it's going to be 1-1 to Kike Hernandez, who's having a great game in New York City. And these pitchers, they got to put less suntan lotion on their face or something. They're all just like kind of grabbing their face for the Mets. They're like, they're sweating a lot. And I think it might be warm in New York City right now. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Huge swing and fouled away. So it's going to be 1-2 to Kike Hernandez. That was 96 miles an hour, and Kike could not catch up to the high fastball there. So I have a feeling this pitcher is just going to do that again, but throw it 98 miles an hour, and it's going to work because Kike could not catch up to the 96 mile an hour fastball. Nope, he shakes off the first one, shakes off the second one. Says yes to that one. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, strike 3. That was a breaking ball, and it worked perfectly. For some reason, Kike thought that was going to be a fastball, went for the home run, and just wasn't even close. Now, that was a slider. And we are going to the bottom of the 9th inning, but thank goodness Jansen is coming in. Or let's hope Jansen is coming in. We're just putting an end to this right now. He can pitch as many innings as we need him to. And we are going to the bottom of the 9th inning. And after getting off to a great start, and we've actually done, we could be doing so much better right now as a team, hitting wise. We've gotten people on base with no outs numerous times. And did not make the most of those opportunities numerous times. And yes, it's 7-7. Can't complain. The Dodgers are still in the game. But we are leaving some meat out on the table, which is crazy because we're 40-35. We're a top tier team, and hitting wise, we're doing great, but we can be doing even better. So sometimes it can be a bit frustrating watching. Like this could easily be a 13-run game for the Dodgers had they just hit a little bit better. or hit in a little bit more clutch spots. They're getting hits. Don't get me wrong. We're getting hits. But they're just leaving people on base. And the fact that the Mets are still in this is a little bit annoying because they got terrible players, terrible pitching, doing nothing special. And it's 7-7. And I got to go to a barbecue right now. I got to leave in like 20 minutes. So let's just hope that, I think that means no matter what, that I can't watch the Dodgers win. Unless this is a quick 1-2-3. And it better be a quick 1-2-3. Come on, Godell. And then I could watch the Dodgers up in the top of the 10th inning. And that's where we're going to win it. Top of the 10th inning. But it's a crazy. The Dodgers do seem to go to extra innings a lot. Or just, I guess, when I'm doing these streams. And the Dodgers do not outperform in the extra innings, I don't think. I remember earlier in the season, we went to extra innings like so many games and lost them all. And that was back when Jansen just wasn't quite as solid as he is right now. But still. And we're still on commercial break. Thanks for being here, everybody. Is anybody here? Thanks for coming. Make sure you leave a comment. If this is your first time or if you're from New York and you're going for the Mets, my bad. Leave a comment. Say what's up. Give me a like. Give me a subscribe. You know, give me 2 tries. I do Dodgers games, do Lakers games. If you can't get to a TV, think about it like radio. And I just spilled everything out of my pockets. And it's now they're showing us picks weekdays at from 4:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. What is that? Picks? Anyway, it's too blurry. I can't see. They're advertising something out of town. And the Cubs lose to the Reds. That's good. And the Orioles are losing to the Braves. And then we got Diamondbacks are beating the Pirates, and then the Cardinals are beating the Brewers. But yeah, the Cubs losing is always a good thing. But I'm going to refresh. Come on, Internet. Come on, Internet. There we go. My Internet's going slow. And now catching is Yasmani Grandal, who is like the best catcher in the world. And here pitching is Kenley Jansen. And every single time I see Kenley Jansen pitching, it's always worth it to watch the whole game. Always worth it. And he's in 33 games. He's 0-1 with a 2.34 ERA. And he got off to a slow start. He got off to a slower start, but also giving up some home runs in dumb spots. And I'm just going to have to refresh this because that is so slow. But Kenley Jansen's coming in. Bottom of the 9th. And I can't imagine him giving up a home run right now. That's just something Jansen's not going to do. And it's 3-2. So I missed the whole at bat against Conforto. And it's 3-2 versus Conforto. In the bottom of the 9th. Don't know what's going on. Grandal sets up outside. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball to first. And they're going to throw him out. So Conforto is out at first. And that is exactly what we want to see, except maybe not a full count next time. Kenley Jansen. But that's going to be a ground out. And we got one out here in the bottom of the 9th. And Todd Frazier is up to bat, batting .220, 8 home runs, 29 RBIs. Frazier steps in. And there's the Dodgers are playing a shift over to the right. So there's a big gap between first base and second base. Here's the pitch. Check swing, fouled away. And that was 91 miles an hour. So Jansen doesn't throw gas like he used to, but it's got movement. Like they're moving fastballs. He's amazing. He's great. He's like sometimes just unhittable. But they're not. It's not gas. It's not like 98. Here's the 0-1 pitch. 91 miles an hour over the plate. Not a lot of movement. Swung on and fouled away. And it's 0-2 to Frazier with Cabrera on deck, who has got a home run earlier in the game. And that's one of the only guys that we got to worry about. And this would just be a dumb loss right now. we were up numerous times. Godell's given up 3-run home runs in the 8th inning. 7-7 in New York. Here's the 0-2 pitch, outside, ball 1. And that was 94 miles an hour, so a little bit more juice from Jansen, but could not hit the strike zone. And it's going to be 1-2 to Frazier. A lot of empty seats behind home plate at New York. Don't know why, because the rest of the stadium seems very filled up. The rest, it's about 70% sold. The stadium is about 70% sold, but not too many people buying the expensive tickets behind the plate. It's probably because the Mets are terrible. I mean, they're 31-43, but just in general, the team has not been fun to watch. There's no light at the end of the tunnel. And just goofy looking kids in the crowd. One of them's chewing on his finger. The other one's got glasses on. What a nerd. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And yeah, just a general air of goofy looks on the people in New York. You just look out in the crowd, and I think the sun might be in their eyes. Actually, that would explain the goofy faces. And it's 2-2. Here's the pitch, and that gets away, but luckily nobody's on base, and it's now 3-2. And Jansen just loves making it interesting, which is not fun because last year he was automatic. And when the Dodgers would score 7 runs, the Dodgers would win. Our pitching was better. Starting pitching was better. Jansen was doing better. Last year, the Dodgers scored 7, we were winning. And I'm glad we're scoring 7. Leaving a lot of meat out on the table, but we're going to have to do better than this. And it just sucks that we're one swing away from losing. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a base hit. And definitely a meatball from Jansen, just trying to get it over the plate, and Frazier gets on base with 1 out in the bottom of the 9th inning. And this is not the best situation right now, because that was, who knows, I think that probably would have been a ball, but Frazier put the bat on the ball no problem when he had to. And if Frazier can do it, that means anybody can do it. So maybe we got to watch out for this guy Cabrera, and this is on Pix. P-I-X, that's the name of the station in New York. And here's Asdrubal Cabrera, and this is a major shift they got going on right now. Everybody is playing over to the right, or over to like right field. And Jansen throws it back to first. Let's hope Frazier isn't fast. But Dodgers are in a bit of a situation right now. Mets fans don't even look that excited. Here's the pitch. And it's 0-1. Frazier's on base. Flores is on deck. Cabrera is up to bat. And Wilmer Flores. And honestly, anybody named Wilmer, I'm not scared of. Bring him up. That shouldn't be a problem. It's 1-0. Here's the pitch to Cabrera. Nope, Jansen throws back to first. And Muncy is playing first right now. Bellinger is in center field, and Bellinger has multiple home runs this game too. Bottom of the 9th. Jansen's in the game. That's always fun. Here's the pitch. Low and outside, ball 2, so it's 2-0. And this umpire screwed Jesus earlier in the game, Turner, on a ball. On a ball. And he's not hooking up Kenley Jansen right now. And runs allowed last season, 11. So he's given up the same amount of runs this season as he did all of last season. And this isn't the best spot here. Here's the pitch. Fastball, huge swing, strike 1. And it's 2-1. And Cabrera did not catch up to that one. He wasn't even close. It kind of made him look foolish. And we're going to have to leave here in like 10 minutes. Okay. It's 2-1. Here's the pitch. That is hit super hard. But that's going to be a pop-up. Please be a pop-up. And that wasn't hit that hard, and that's an out. So we got 2 outs. Cabrera's out. And now we got Wilmer coming up. So this shouldn't be a problem. And Cody Bellinger is playing pretty good center field. It looked like he kind of stepped the wrong direction right off the bat, off the ball. But he was able to get underneath it. And here's Wilmer Flores. Most walk-off home runs as a Met. Current Mets roster, Wilmer Flores. So this guy does get walk-off home runs. And that's something that I wouldn't want to see right now. Let's take a look at his numbers. His name's Wilmer. Who cares? That's Kenley Jansen. If they got into a physical altercation, Kenley Jansen could crush him with one hand. Here's the pitch. Inside, strike 1. And Flores is frustrated with the call and looks back at the umpire and says, "What the hell?" And the umpire says, "That was a strike, buddy." And on deck is Jose Batista, but he's not even going to come up to bat. Jansen looks back at first. And then throws it back to first. I don't know why he did that, because the Mets guy wasn't even taking that big of a lead. And I do think that these teams like to challenge Grandal's arm. He's great at catching in that he gets in front of everything and nothing gets by him, but his arm sometimes isn't the greatest. Here's the pitch. Check swing. And somehow that was called a ball. So it's 1-1. Bottom of the 9th. And this game is not supposed to be 7-7 right now. We're supposed to be winning it right now. Here's the pitch. Huge swing, and that's popped up. And that is going to be out number 3. And we are going to the 10th inning. And we got extra innings for the Dodgers right now. So when are we leaving? We're leaving. All right, everybody. I am so sorry that I have to go. I am going to a barbecue. It's like a Father's Day. It's a late Father's Day thing. And this game's supposed to be over. My guess is that the Dodgers are still favorites to win, like more than 50-50. I am so sorry for leaving. Next time, I promise I won't do this. If you can't get to a TV, think about me like radio. You can check in. I'll give you an update. But I am very sorry, but I'm going to have to go. And trust me, I would rather just be in good graces right now with her. She did a lot of cooking. So, I got to go. 7-7. Dodgers, a lot of home runs. So, my guess is the Dodgers are going to score some home runs. We got Muncy coming up, and he hits loads of them. Try to find a shady website. Just put in... I don't know what you can put in, but I got to go. Thanks for coming. And go check out Sports Fury on... Sports Fury. He's probably still going right now. He does what I do, but even better, and they're doing a soccer game. Thanks for coming. And I'll see you guys next time. And I promise I won't leave early next time. You know what? The old ball